What's going on, everyone? Hope you're having a fantastic and immersive day. That is my dog whimpering a little bit. I do got to take her out soon. I'm trying to do this really quick. As you all know, tomorrow is the Game Awards, which is awesome. The fact that we're finally here is kind of insane. Today we're going to be going over my predictions of what games are going to be shown, not what's going to win. I think it's between two games if I had to guess on that. It's between Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and Clair Obscure Expedition 33. I believe that's how you say it. For me personally, I wouldn't choose either of them. I would probably choose Death Stranding 2, which is also another one that could be in it. I completely forgot to say that. It's between those three games. I do think Expedition 33 is going to be the clear winner, as it's kind of like what Elden Ring was to a lot of people when that came out in 2022. The hype, the love, what it did to a lot of people, making people want to play a game that they never touched, stuff like that. I do want to play it and I do want to touch it, but I'm not really a fan of any game like that, to be honest. I really ain't, but I'm open to it. I just don't want to spend the money on it right now. I have played Kingdom Come and Death Stranding 2. I absolutely adored and loved Death Stranding 2. That is 100% my game of the year personally. But again, I respect if Expedition 33 wins. But this is not what the video is about. We are diving into what I think is going to be shown at the Game Awards. So I'm going to do a quick little rundown of what I think we may get. Starting with Assassin's Creed 4 Resynced, as we now know that's what it's called. That's almost all but confirmed to be shown at this point. I mean, for 2 years now, we have gotten consistent leaks after leak after leak after leak. And another leak just yesterday, with Eurogamer confirming the title of the game being Assassin's Creed 4 Resynced. Again, there's no way this game cannot be shown at this point. We have everything that we know of the game, that it's going to be more towards an RPG style, that they're going to take out modern day. They re-recorded, or I think they reused the same actor to do voice lines, so they might have used most of the cast to do the same voice lines. There's so many things this game has right now that it's all but confirmed except to show the fucking game. So I think they just need to show it. It's at this point that they just gotta release it, gotta show it, give it some showcase, give it some love. It's time, especially since I think it's on a time frame of coming out in March of next year. I think we gotta get something going. So I 100% see this game being shown there, 110%. Not even a question. My next games, Phantom Blade Zero is confirmed to be there. This is a release date trailer, which is amazing. So we're probably gonna get like a nice minute or two, and then boom, the release date. I want to guess in May it's probably gonna come out. That's my speculation. After that, we got Resident Evil 8. That's obviously gonna be there. Or oh my god, Resident Evil 9. I'm sorry. So many games now. We got Resident Evil 9 that's also confirmed to be there, which again, I love Resident Evil. I'm very, very excited for the new one. Cannot wait. We have, I think those are the main games that I know of that are confirmed to be there, that I can think of at the top of my head. A game that I think would be a great shock to a lot of people, maybe to see some kind of update on, is Gears of War. I think Gears of War E-Day would be a great game to showcase. I think it's time. We haven't seen anything of Gears of War E-Day in a while. Truly in a while. I think it's a perfect time to showcase it. I think it makes perfect sense to finally get the ball rolling on that game. We've seen a teaser trailer 2-3 years ago now, and then it's kind of been in the dark. I think it's time to show the in-game footage, show some gameplay maybe a little bit, and give us maybe a release date, or at least a release window. I think that would be a great game to drop. State of Decay 3 is also another one that I could see. Another game that has been just a teaser drop, and then we've gotten literally nothing of. Literally, and it's been, I think, 3 years now, 4 years maybe even, for that game, and we've gotten no words on it. So those two games are huge Xbox games that I do see potentially being there. I don't know if they will, but I potentially could see them being at the Game Awards. I'm just gonna get into the big name. Grand Theft Auto 6 is one I've been debating if it could be shown. Also, I do want to say this is going to be different than most of my videos. I don't really want to do this podcast style. However, due to me moving in, me and my wife are moving out soon, and we're moving into a new place. I don't really have the time to edit a video like that, so I'm just going to do a podcast format. But in future, I will have more editing videos. I want to keep consistent with it. It's just we've been packing a lot. We haven't there's a lot of things we got to get done today. After this video, I'm literally just packing. So, but again, that's besides the point. Where I left off, Grand Theft Auto 6 is one I definitely could see being shown. I know Rockstar doesn't really do much like this, so it's a very low chance, but I think it'll be such a perfect thing to show. Again, the game already has the hype behind it. The amount of hype it can gain for being shown in general, especially at a big place like the Game Awards, is just awesome. I mean, that's just a monumental thing to do. I don't know if it's gonna happen. It's such a low chance. And just for future, for any developer, any video game coming out next year, you gotta stand clear in November. Like Call of Duty, I'm 100% looking at you. Black Ops 7 was a flop. You cannot go against a juggernaut with Modern Warfare 4, especially how bad Call of Duty's been, going against Grand Theft Auto. Any game, no game can take on Grand Theft Auto 6. That's just a fact. Every developer needs to stand clear of November. You need to release your game either 2 months early or 2 months after. There's no in between. You cannot do it. It's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna work. But yeah, GTA 6 a low chance, but I think it'll be a really great game to see. I think that'll be awesome. Dawnwalker, I think the Blood of Dawnwalker, if I'm correct, that's what it's called. That has been on my radar. I definitely see that being shown at some point, maybe an actual full gameplay trailer. I 100% could see that game being shown. I have had my eyes on it. They confirmed it's more they took a lot of inspiration from Witcher, and I think that's amazing. And then having that dark form at night, I love that idea. I think it looks awesome. Very excited to see that. Crimson Desert, 100%, I can guarantee is at the Game Awards. Besides Grand Theft Auto 6, Crimson Desert is probably my most anticipated game of next year. I have literally been looking at this game almost I've had this on my radar for so long. It's the game that everyone says it looks too good to be true. It looks too good to be true. But it's to the point where people have played it, big streamers, big editors, bloggers, anything. People have played it. They've shown their gameplay of it. I mean, the game has shown hour-long footages. I've always say if a developer is that confident in showing footage for that long and letting people play it for that long, they know what they got. They know what they're cooking. So I 100% cannot wait for Crimson Desert. I really see that being in the Game Awards. That is slated, I think, for March 19th of next year. So it just makes perfect sense to kind of do a showcase of it. If you haven't seen the game, again, I can guarantee Game Awards will have it. At the time we're recording this video, we're just a little over 24 hours until we finally get to see the Game Awards. But again, 100%, that needs to be on everyone's radar. It looks insanely good, especially if you're a big RPG fantasy style player. Soros is the next game that PlayStation is making. I think that's PlayStation's biggest exclusive right now. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. I was enjoying my music. Boop, boop. Just had to fix that real quick. Probably gonna get an ad. There you go. Anyways, Soros I 100% see being another game at the Game Awards. It just makes perfect sense as that is a really big game coming out. Probably the biggest PlayStation exclusive. I just got an ad, my guy. I just got an ad. Anyways, it's the biggest PlayStation exclusive coming out this soon, so I 100% could see that. I don't know after Soros. I know there's been some talks with Ghost of Yote maybe doing some kind of showcase. I mean, they have confirmed Legends is coming, and that was a huge success for Ghost of Tsushima. I myself absolutely loved Ghost of Tsushima's Legends. I played it with my buddies for hours and hours and hours of time, bro. I mean, weeks we played that game. It was so fun, so fluid. The missions were fun. It was so good. So I want 100% see Ghost of Yotei doing very well at this. Being shown at the Game Awards, I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, it could be, but it kind of wouldn't make sense to me either. I don't think there's a reason for it. Only time will tell. Again, we're less than 20 or a little over 24 hours, so we'll just have to wait and see. Wolverine, as much as I would love Wolverine to be shown again at the Game Awards, I just don't see it happening. I really don't. I mean, the last full showcase when we finally saw Wolverine footage, and I think it was like a 7-minute dive they did, they pretty much confirmed that it's coming back in March. They're going to show us more. They could throw us off and maybe do a little drop, but I don't see it happening. I see Marvel Rivals maybe doing like a skin or some kind of crossover skin at some point. I could see Marvel Rivals definitely being at the Game Awards in some format. Regardless, no matter how you look at it, Marvel Rivals is probably one of the biggest free-to-play games out there right now. So I 100% could see that being a big drop in some way, at least some kind of little trailer, maybe a little skin, maybe a Wolverine collab, I don't know, something like that. So we will have to wait and see for that one. We're gonna dive into a game that, again, this is a very specific nitpick. Actually, you know what? No, hang on. Yeah, no. Sly Cooper. This is more nitpick for me. This is more of what I would want. I do think there is a pretty big fan base for this raccoon. I think Sly Cooper would be one of the most incredible and shocking drops to show. The chances are so low, but I'm telling you, it would be absolutely phenomenal to see this raccoon back to life. For those of you who do not know, Sly Cooper is a PS2 classic game. He's one of the big mascots, along with Crash Bandicoot, Ratchet & Clank, and Jak and Daxter. And to be honest, the only ones that have really gotten revived is Crash and Ratchet & Clank. Those are the only two of those mascots that have actually gotten revived. I'm sorry, I left out Spyro. Spyro also got revived too. So those three have gotten their revival. Jak and Daxter, Sly Cooper have kind of been left in the dust, and I think it's time to at least explore one of them. I personally, Sly Cooper is my favorite. One of my favorite franchises of all time. I grew up with that raccoon. I think my love for Assassin's Creed, anything stealth-oriented like Splinter Cell and stuff, originally originated from Sly Cooper. Like, granted, it's not as violent or anything like that, but I think the love for those stealth games came with that raccoon, and I think it would just be a phenomenal shock drop to show. Very low chance, very low expectation on that one, but I would just lose it, man. I'm telling you. I would lose it. Naughty Dog. I've debated on Naughty Dog being shown or showing a new game. Intergalactic was their closeout last year. This could be another closeout this year with Intergalactic, and maybe they'll do like a gameplay reveal, or it has been teased that Naughty Dog is doing another game. Or I think they confirmed it that they're doing another game as well. They didn't confirm if it was a new IP. And again, I don't see a new IP coming if they're already working on a new IP. They're going to go with something that they know. I don't think Uncharted needs to happen. As much as I love Uncharted, it ends on such a perfect note. There's no reason to explore Uncharted anymore. I think we're done. Last of Us does need a sequel. I don't care what anyone says. Say what you will about Last of Us 2. Last of Us 3 needs to happen. 100% it needs to happen. It's not like Last of Us 2 where like, oh, if you do a sequel, it can be good, it can be bad. No. Where Last of Us 1 ended on a way you did not need a sequel. Last of Us 2 ends on a way that you need a sequel. Like, it's just a fact. And I think if Last of Us 3 is done, it would make people appreciate and love Last of Us 2 significantly more. It would feel more valuable to the gaming world, to be honest. I love Last of Us 2. I know there's people who love Last of Us 2, but there's also people who absolutely despise that game. And I think a sequel, Last of Us 3, will be a really, really good game to make people, one, again, appreciate Last of Us 2 and just be a perfect closeout to that franchise. I think it needs to happen. That would be a game I could see Naughty Dog showing. Personally, that is more my prediction than Intergalactic is maybe a Last of Us 3 teaser. And again, no matter how you look at it, no matter how much you hate Last of Us 2, the hype that Last of Us 3 will have, regardless, for people who love it and hated Last of Us 2, is going to be insane. I mean, Last of Us is still one of the biggest franchises of all time for PlayStation, so 100% makes sense. God of War. God of War is another one that could be a pretty big game to show. God of War has been, we're on the 20th year anniversary for God of War, so that's another one that I think could take advantage of this. We could get in a form of a remake for the first one, which would be awesome to explore, or God of War 6 or 5. No. Oh my God, 6. Yeah. We could get into a new God of War. The Egyptian saga has been pretty much all but confirmed again, just like Assassin's Creed 4's book. All but confirmed. It makes sense. I know a lot of people have been excited for a new God of War or something. I mean, the return of Kratos, who doesn't like the god? It makes sense. That could be another closeout for the Game Awards. But I do see that being shown as well. Horizon. I do see Horizon getting some kind of showcase. Horizon has, I think, a new game, 2 new games, confirmed, 1 multiplayer, and obviously the sequel. I think it has a show confirmed, so I do see Horizon at some point being shown. I don't really know of what, but I do see it. There is one prediction that I have. I know Jeff Keighley dropped it was like a statue, and people went to the coordinates and stuff, and a lot of people think it's Diablo. To be honest, I'm gonna throw people off. I really think we could see a new Dead by Daylight. I really think that statue is, if you play Dead by Daylight, when you get hung, you get all the hands, the spider's arms essentially coming out trying to kill you. I could 100% see, and you're like hooked on, it's just a hook. I could see that being a hook, and instead you're getting placed onto it, and then the things that are sticking out kind of come in. I could see Diablo being one of those games being shown. I could see it as a Diablo statue, but I really think it could be a Dead by Daylight new sequel. I like a revamp or something. I really could see it. Dead by Daylight is such a big game to so many people, still to myself, but it's still stuck on older technology. Has the visuals are still good, but it could do better. I could see a new Dead by Daylight. I see that statue as being more of a tease for a Dead by Daylight than I do a Diablo expansion or a Diablo 5. 100%. That's just what I believe. Again, there's a very high chance I'm just talking out of my ass and it could be Diablo 5, but I think it would be such an awesome thing for it to be Dead by Daylight. It would be such a shock to people. Another one, Star Wars. They have confirmed there is going to be a new Star Wars game being shown. I don't see a new Jedi Survivor. I just don't see it. It's too soon. I don't see Battlefront 3 because, EA is cooking with Battlefield 6, and I think they just given up on Battlefront. So, personally, I've always said I think Star Wars is such a good franchise to do a fighting game. Think NetherRealm, people who made Mortal Kombat, making a Star Wars game. Think of Injustice, but Star Wars. You know what I mean? I think that would be so awesome. So awesome. You have so many characters you can do, so many skins, so many designs, so many special movesets. There's so many things you can do with it, and Star Wars is such a big IP by itself. It makes sense. I'm telling you, you already have the Star Wars name. Slap that on NetherRealm's fighting sample. I 100% see a beautifully done fighting game. So that's another low shot. That's just more of a nitpick that I could see happening, and I would love it. But there is a Star Wars game being shown. I don't know what. Tomb Raider has also been confirmed in some way to be shown. I don't know if that means a remake of the original, if that means a remake of the definitive edition back in I think 2012, which was my personal favorite Tomb Raider, or if we're actually just getting a whole new sequel in general. I don't know. I don't really know what's gonna happen with Tomb Raider. I don't know. They just confirmed it's coming. I don't really know what we're gonna see. We just have to wait and see, I guess. But that is gonna be shown as well. There's a decent amount of games that I know I didn't go over on this list. But these are the number ones that I think would be shown. again, I know there's so many more games we can go over. This is just what I think at the top of my head is going to be shown. We don't have much time left to wait and see, you know what I mean? We're a little over 24 hours till the Game Awards. I'm going to be tuning in. I'm very excited to see it. I do want to do a live stream, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, honestly, with my time frame and the amount of packing we got to do. I don't have enough. I'm not going to have enough time to do it, like straight up, you know? I do want to say that I am looking at doing this significantly more. I haven't been uploading new videos because, again, the packing, we've been working a little bit overtime to get more prepared, I guess you could say, for the move and stuff like that, being ready. Got to take care of all the animals, all that kind of stuff. So I just haven't had time to make videos. When we do move into the new place, be ready to see significantly more videos, probably at least once or twice a week. Again, I don't think I'm gonna do my face a lot, unless you guys think that I should. Let me know in the comments if you like these podcast style, or if you want me to do the editing where you see gameplay footage and stuff and I talk over it, you know. Again, this is a new thing for me on YouTube. I'm just trying to stay consistent. I do want to grow as a content creator. If you guys have made it to the point of this video, thank you so much, truly. It really does mean a lot to me. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe. If you disagree with me, agree with me, sound off in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know your personal opinions. Let me know what you think should be shown or whatever. Just talk, you know. I always communicate. I love to go back into the comments and see people talking. I love to even comment back, respond to videos. I love doing that kind of stuff. I've been doing it with my editing dedicated videos. And again, this is more of my gaming specific videos that I want to do, like podcasts, or maybe not podcasts, but like just gaming news, stuff like that. I'm very passionate about it. So again, be ready to see a couple more videos a week when we do move. We're closing in about a week now. And yeah, let me know what y'all think. Hopefully tomorrow's going to be a great Game Awards. We'll have to see. As always, stay immersive and stay safe.